I'm Mallory Hendry for Canadian Safety Reporter, and recently I attended a panel discussion focused on the changes the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board of Ontario is making to their rate-setting framework. Hosted by JLT Canada and the Public Services Health and Safety Association, the panel discussed the fundamental challenges with the current rate-setting approach, as well as the anticipated benefits of the modernized one, including the fact that the new modernized rate-setting framework will put employers in the driver's seat. The new model consists of 3 steps. In step 1, employer classification, there are fewer and larger groups based on predominant business activity. In step 2, a class projected premium rate reflecting the collective experience of employers within each class is generated. This sets the stage for a significant range of potential premium rates at the employer level in the final step. Step 3 is where employers have the opportunity to impact their rates. A rolling window of 6 years of claims experience will be used to set an employer's premium rate, with the last 3, 2015, 2016, and 2017, weighted the most heavily.
That means that there should really be a focus on those years and how you're addressing your prevention activities, your return to work or disability management activities to really best position you for the premium rates that will come out in the first year.
Another feature making rates more predictable is risk banding.
We will, right from the outset, look at your own experience and identify the risk band, the price point that best represents your experience. We will not allow an employer to move more than 3 risk bands from one year to the next.
Employers will be given 2 premium rates, an actual premium rate and a projected premium rate. The projected rate shows employers what they should be paying without taking into account their starting point or the risk band limitations that the actual premium rate does.
This is an important piece of information. Something you don't have today is, what journey am I on? And that's the feature that this model brings forward. It will identify for every individual employer the direction that your rates are going in. It'll actually give you a number, and that number will be adjusted on an annual basis to give you a sense of whether your efforts in health and safety are benefiting in the premium rates that you essentially would be moving towards. As an employer becomes more predictable, as their experience becomes more repeatable, we should value more of their own experience and less have those collective components and the pooling that exist. We don't want to see anyone seeing drastic changes and significant volatility as we introduce a new framework. So we'll consider what you're paying today, and we'll bring in that limitation of risk bands from one year to the next.
After a long process of consultations with stakeholders, an update with any last amendments to the framework is expected to be released in June. The WSIB is aiming for board approval by the fall and to focus on outreach and education as everyone transitions to the new model in January 2019.
Clearly, the system needs to be understandable and actually lead to stakeholders being able to more actively participate. At the end of the day, coming out of this system, every employer should be able to understand why they're paying what they're paying and why it's moving in a particular direction.